don't remember my intro. Hello, hola, bonjour, hey, hey, y'all, pura vida. My name is Merc. Like riding a bike. Welcome back to the Narc Alert. Hey, you guys, I've missed you. It feels like it's been like a year since I've made a video or done a live stream. I think it's been like 3 days. Yeah, I changed the mic. So can you hear me okay? It's the same mic. I hope you can hear me okay. I think you can. Otherwise, you would have let me know. I used to have the pop filter on it, but I hate those things because the arm gets all wonky and it's just not good. So I bought a little mic condom, and I thought I'd try this type style. I like it this way. It's out of the way because sometimes I like to gesticulate with my hands. Clapping for chlamydia. I was just talking about you the other day. Thank you for the super chat. Clapping for chlamydia says, the end of Amberlynn, lols. She's been able to sustain her present weight for a while now. You're a saucy one. I was telling the story about how Kicking Geese just calls you Clapping, and I proudly say your full and beautiful name because it's like poetry. Clapping for chlamydia, everybody. What do I have written down here? So many. Look at, I have notes, guys. I made actual notes, not about Amber. We don't need notes for that. I wrote that Tastes Like Mold was first, followed right by Vanessa Atalanta. So congratulations on being first. So yeah, thank you for your patience with my being away. I'm going to forewarn you right now. We're probably going to shoot the shit for like 30 minutes before we get into any reactions because I have been away, and I know that the people that come first are my ride or die people that love to talk. So, maybe I'll timestamp it. Maybe somebody else will, but we're going to chat for a little bit first. So, don't be coming. We'll react. I'm in no rush. Yes, it is a new t-shirt. I did a little retail therapy, but the best kind of retail therapy. I had a $50 gift card for Old Navy from Christmas. So oh my God, that rally is back. I'll get to that in a minute. So I bought a new pair of pants. They're cute, right? I like them. I bought those, and I bought this t-shirt. So yeah, that was my $50. Oh, where's the bow? The bow is here, by the way. There's Rio. That's why I didn't rush to show you. There's Rio. What can I tell you? I think he thinks we're still on time off. I've been walking around making noise, setting stuff up, and nothing. I put a stool here. Nothing. We'll go talk about it. We'll go talk about it. We'll go talk to him later. He might be taking the entire week off, Ella. Here, we'll put him here. Just in case he decides to, move or anything. I know, God forbid, we miss Rio moving. Also, you'll have to excuse, I still have a cough. Because I suck. And, I do things that make coughs not go away as quickly as they should. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Crinkling Beck, the snack bag doesn't work. He's not highly food motivated. If he wants to sleep, the food ain't going to make a difference. Charmaine said, love Merc. I'm usually a lurker, but ride or die. Charmaine, thank you. That's so kind. We love our lurkers. Because Rio's milkshake brings all the lurkers to the chat eventually. We'll get to Amber eventually. Let's make that our last topic of conversation, which will segue us into the reactions. Okay, so we'll get to her. I have a couple of notes here. I have a Peru note and I have a Joan note. So why don't I catch you up on Joan first? Minty Lime, I also have a note about that. There's a box around that note. Look. He's there. So, hey, Bob Smith. Bob, one of my lovely supporters, always a lovely part of my network of support. Thank you for being here. So, I'll Reader's Digest it. Last Sunday, the day after our live stream, Easter Sunday, I took Joan to the hospital. It wasn't like, oh my God, she's dying. She's been having trouble breathing, and she's 90. So, you know, I'm allowed to call 911. I wasn't going to wheel her to the hospital when she's sick. So I called 911. We took her into the hospital. Turned out she had a slight case of pneumonia. You know, that's not good. You know, break the hip, get pneumonia in the hospital. That's usually a bad... so she had a slight case of pneumonia, which they treated, but her breathing is exceptionally bad. And of course, as she's been in the hospital, her cognition, which was already exceptionally bad, has taken an intense nosedive. So I was terrified they were going to release her home. And I'm trying to figure out, and I'm thinking, like, they said they weren't going to release her till we had some stuff in place. And it's been very difficult with PSWs because she sends them away. And, you know, so I'm like, I'm kind of terrified that this is way above my pay grade. You can't, she needs a full-time nurse if you send her home, like literally a full-time live-in nurse at this point. So, like, she needs reminders to go to the bathroom, to eat. She doesn't bathe. Like, it's just everything. She's lost her mind. So, a few days go by and they say to me, oh, yeah, she's bad. So she's already on the crisis list, on the waiting list for long-term care in Toronto. A scale of, she's rated a 5 out of 5 on the highest crisis list. So they said, so what we do in this particular situation is we have a transitional care place where we will move people once they're well enough to leave the hospital, but they're not well enough to go home, and she's any day she could get placed. So I was like, wait a second, in one phone call, my whole life is changing? Is that what you're telling me? Like, I got to wrap my mind around this concept. So I'm like, holy shit. Damn. Like, all of a sudden, it's like my whole world changed. And then the next day I met with a social worker who said to me, well, it's not a guarantee. We have to go through certain steps. And I was like, what? Wait, what? You just told me that things were going to be okay. You just told me she was going to be safe and under care. That's not mine, because I'm not a damn nurse. And now you're telling me you might be sending her home to me? I said, then you're sending her home to die because guys, I had a freaking mental breakdown. I had a mentee B. I had a full-ass triple Scorpio drama to the fucking nth degree, histrionic mentee B at the hospital with the social worker. I'm telling you, I should have filmed it. It was like I could have won an Academy Award, except it wasn't acting. I said, I picked up my phone. Oh, my phone's the real cam. I picked up my phone and I said, I will book a plane ticket today and leave the country. You're sending her home to die alone. I like went nuts. I was sobbing. I just was like, you can't do this to me now. So, oh, look, Rio moved. So she said, well, no, you know, it's just, we have these steps we have to go through. I'm going, yeah, just trust me. If there's something that can go wrong here, it will, because nothing has gone right this whole process. Why would something go right now? What you're telling me is there's a chance. So if there's a chance, you know, I know she's coming home with me. That's just the way shit goes for me. And, you know, drama queen. Whoops. So then I dried up my tears and said, okay, thank you very much. And said goodbye to the social worker and went visited mom for a bit. And I'm like standing at the elevator now, leaving, and I'm crying. I'm like a fucking mess now, right? And the nurse, well, there's this angel who's disguised as my mother's nurse at that hospital. And she came up and grabbed me and she said, "Listen, I'm your mother's nurse. She's been in my care since she got here. I have been a nurse in this hospital for 36 years, and I'm going to tell you, the social worker had to tell you that because there are steps they have to go through. But in my years of experience, there is no way on earth they would send her home." So, it's not confirmed yet, but that angel disguised as a nurse in comfortable shoes helped a lot. So that is where we stand now. I gotta close the window because I'm telling you, there's a political rally that's been going on for 3 hours and I'm losing my mind. People in the chat will know I already begged you. Give me half a second here. It's stressing me out and I don't even have anxiety. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's a disaster out there. There's streetcars all piled up on the street, big rally going on. And it's been yelling and screaming and banging and banging and banging. And I just kind of there's not a lot in the tank right now. I was saying to some of my folks, I can't imagine what that kind of stuff must be like for people that actually have anxiety, because I do not have anxiety. I'm having an anxious moment. It's not the same thing. But man, living in a big city must be really difficult if you have anxiety. Because today, I'm telling you, they quieted down for a while, and then a car alarm went honk, 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 and I was like, Jesus Christ, I need to get into the jungle. So there, I'm back. Let me catch up with the chat here because I've been blah, blah, blah. So that's the Jones story. So right now she is still in the hospital on the acute care wing. I believe they're waiting to put her in transitional care, but I don't really know. So I'm visiting her every day. I'm taking care of her cat, which I'll have to, right after the live stream, I'll have to go down and feed the cat and visit with the cat, which I do 2 to 3 times a day. And taking care of her apartment and the plant. I brought half her plants upstairs here. And I think I'll just bring the rest of the plants upstairs because she's not there. And quite realistically, she might not ever come home again. So, I mean, I'm not going to start selling off her belongings yet, but I'll bring her plants up here. If she does come home, I can just bring her plants back. So there, that's the Jones story. Oh, Ingeborg says, so this is why you were looking at hotels last night, stress release. Ingeborg, I am always looking at hotels. Making travel arrangements is my happy place. Even if I don't have a trip, I'm planning one. So that, yeah. No, Jan, she can't come home. Her cognition is so bad. I went in there the other day and she was yapping at me about, first she was mad at me for being out so late at a party. I'm like, what? I don't think I've been to a party in 15 years, but okay. And then she was telling me how exhausted she I've never been so tired as I was coming home from Toronto last night. Ma, you live in Toronto now for 3 years. So yeah, things are bad. She still knows me. Every day that I go in, she cries because she thinks I haven't been there yet. And I go, no, Mom, I visit you every day. Look, I wrote it on your whiteboard. Your daughter comes to visit you every single day. I almost said my real name. Your daughter comes to visit you every single day. And she says, well, you come to the hospital, but you should pop in and see me while you're here. What? Yeah, I'm just coming for the food. I forgot to visit you. So dementia, right? And then this is, if it wasn't so sad, it would be freaking hilarious because now when I go, I give her my cell phone so she can call her sister. Her sister is 94 and has Alzheimer's. This is the funniest phone conversation you'll ever hear in your life. Like, they don't say anything. All they do is talk about, so where do you live now? Oh, okay. And who do you live with? Oh, okay. Did you move? Like, that's all they say to each other, and then they go and say it all over again. It's totally frustrating, but now that I've had a little bit of rest and peace, it's kind of funny. Harper, her cat is in her apartment. I just go visit Bailey 2-3 times a day, sit on the floor, hang out with her until she starts hissing at me. But, the phone calls are pretty funny. So today when I went, I brought her an old cell phone that has no SIM card, so she can't call me. But it has Wi-Fi, so she can get they're going to put on, I asked her nurse if he would put on the Blue Jays game at 7 o'clock for her because she likes the Blue Jays. I did brunch today, Jan, with Tim. Tater Tot went through with both parents. Oh, good Lord. There's no words. Poor Bailey. Will she go to the vet? I don't even want to talk about Bailey because I don't know what to do with Bailey. First step is she's going to have to go to the vet. Whether she's adopted or not, she needs to see a vet. And I'm afraid the vet's going to tell me that she's diabetic again. And then I'm going to have a 17-year-old cat that shits on the floor constantly, that's going to need insulin shots twice a day, that's so miserable it can't live in my house. What am I going to do about that? I don't know. This is a problem. The vet has given me their advice, and I'm just going to leave it at that because we're not dealing with that yet. Because everything's still in limbo land, right? My life is limbo land. Roman, I'm so glad to be, and I'm really glad you're here. I could, Jan, but listen, she's 17 years old. Is that very fair to the cat? I don't know. I got a lot of thinking to do. It's a difficult, complicated situation. I think I'm going to go visit the vet and take the vet's advice. That way I can kind of excuse myself from the responsibility. And then again, I can't do anything about that yet because my mother might come home. Probably not. Probably not. So, yeah, that's another, it's this whole situation. It's like right now I have a lot of relief. I'm freaking out because I have a little bit of my life back again, and it's phenomenal. And I don't feel guilty about that. I'm doing everything I can. I go visit her every day. I'm taking care of everything. But I have a little bit of my life back again, and that's fantastic. On the other hand, lifetime of narcissism abuse aside, this is my mom. When they get to the end of it, it's my mom. So it's sad. There's a lot of sadness. It's a very complicated issue. So that's all I'm going to say. We've said enough. I've covered everything about that. Now a little bit of happy stuff before we get to the Amber stuff. Oh, Tracy, God bless you. That's a very complicated situation. We have Alert Matzo Ball, who has a similar situation. And we've been chatting and supporting Matzo for a good year or two. And you people are also human beings, angels disguised as human beings. So, now, you know what I did this week? I bought a damn ticket to Peru. Hello? I bought a ticket to Peru. I'm going to the Amazon. Paige and I bought our tickets. We bought our tickets to Lima. So, I still got to pay for the trip, right? But, chip away at it month by month, right? So we bought the tickets. The tickets are booked. Now get this. How cool is this? I crunched some numbers, and we were originally, Paige didn't want to fly into Lima on her own, so we were going to meet on a layover. So we had a choice between Miami or Cancun. And we were going to do Miami, and then we were going to do Cancun. And then I started crunching some numbers, and I realized that it was, okay, with either one of those layovers, we were going to have to book a hotel because it was a really long layover. Nobody needs to spend 10 hours sitting in a friggin' hotel before you start a trip like we're going on. I'm trying to make this as easygoing as we can, so we're rested and ready for the Amazon. So we were going to book a hotel. So I crunched some numbers. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Thank you, Tater Tot, for joining. Tater Tot, brand new member. Completely alert now. Crunchy crunched the numbers and realized it's actually cheaper for Paige to fly from where she is to Toronto. And then we will fly out from Toronto together the next day. And then coming back, we will fly into Toronto, and she'll spend the day and fly back from here. How cool is that? Or how stupid is that? That it's cheaper for her to fly into Toronto? Thank you, Vex the drummer, for your super chat for my much needed break. Thank you, Vex. I appreciate that. So I love that. Paige is meeting Rio. Oh, Tater Tot, thank you for gifting 5 members. Okay, Paige is meeting Rio and Uncle Tim. I said to Uncle Tim, was it today? Oh, it might have been Thursday, because we got together Thursday. I said to Uncle Tim, oh my God, you're going to meet Paige. And he said, uh-huh. Oh my God, let me hang on. Thank you, Tater Tot. That's very kind and generous of you. More alerts for the Little Alert Army. So yeah, Miss Tomato Jam was supposed to do this last year before her life fell apart. So that's why she's crying in the chat, because it was supposed to be her meeting Rio and Daddy Tim. Uncle Daddy Tim. So that'll be fun. So she's going to arrive, I think, like early afternoon in Toronto. And then we fly out at midnight the next night. So it's chill. There's no rushing around. We have the whole day to relax. And then our layover is in Bogota, which I think is so much more fun than Miami or Cancun. You guys who travel international, I've been thinking about this. We have a very short layover in Bogota, like an hour and a half, real short. Can you go into the duty-free shop on layovers? Because I'm going to be in Colombia. I think I need to buy some coffee. Val, almost 2 years. Thank you for your member chat, says Merc doxed me. Vla is French now. My Academy Awards. Val's changed his name to Vla in the Discord. Because they mock my typos in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, they mock my typos. Okay, they pick on me. Harper has a friend in Bogota. We won't even get out of the airport. We're there for an hour and a half. The Bogota airport is very tiny. Ella, stop it. Oh my God, my mods are the worst. I'm not taking you to Costa Rica. You know that invitation for next January? I take it back. You can't come. Doors closed, locked, throw away the key. No mods allowed. I'm kidding. Rain stormy, 14 months? Holy mackerel. Rain stormy, it feels like just yesterday. I'm kidding. You know that, though. The other thing is, in the Discord, I want to start a Scrabble tournament, but I don't want to do it. If anybody in Discord wants to help me organize a Scrabble tournament, can you contact me? Because I really want to do one, but I don't want to do it. I have a lot on my plate. We'll get it done eventually. Jerry. Woot woot, 10 months. MTJ, are you good at that kind of organizational thing? I know that Lainey dropped me a link to like a thing that creates rosters and whatnot, and I looked at it in great length for maybe 30 minutes one day, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna have some more maple syrup. I've been spending the last 3 days kind of not doing much. And I've decided that's okay. And you know what? If I want to eat chips, that's okay too. Self-care, baby. Self-care right now. It's all about the self-care right now. I'm totally... You know what I did twice this week? I laid down and I had a nap, and I didn't set an alarm. I just had a nap. I haven't done that in 3 years. It was like freaking fantastic. Ella, I might get chips tonight. Oh my God. I think I'm going to order fish and chips for dinner tonight. I haven't had fish and chips in so long. Kaza has a toothache? Your first toothache? Oh, good Lord. Do you have any clove or clove oil? If you have whole cloves, put that, if it's a cavity, put that right literally in the cavity. It helps a little bit. Or if you have Instacart, get, what's that stuff called? Oragel. There's some stuff called Oragel, and it's gross, but it kind of numbs your gum. It helps a bit. Tylenol and Oragel. Oh, I feel bad. Oh, Rio, come back. Oh, where'd he go? Is he gone? Oh, no, he's just moved. He just rolled over a bit. That's so weird, eh? The camera looks different than the live shot. I guess it's just the angle? Vex, I haven't had fish and chips in over a year because I've been low carb. Oh, Kaz, I'm so sorry. There's nothing worse than tooth pain. I've had a lot of it in my whole life. I still need so much work done, but it's so expensive. So, you know, we do what we can. Danielle says yes to fish and chips. I'll order it live before we end the stream. Because I want it, as soon as I'm done streaming, I want to eat. Marigold says, I just learned that emoji was a hug and not an old-fashioned movie camera. The blue people together? Oh my God, that's so funny. All right, well, I think we've talked about everything I wanted to talk about. I'll just give you a little preview. I'm hoping I won't, excuse me, be literally starving and can keep streaming. But what I would like to talk about after we talk about Amber is that Whitaker, the Whitakers, and the soft white underbelly drama. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. See how I did that? That's what the real YouTubers do. They throw a hook in there so you stick around. Stay tuned, because after Bamber, we're going to talk about the Whitakers. I made notes. I made actual notes. I love this story. It's so weird, right? So anyway, it's time. It's time that we discuss Ms. Amberlynn Reid. Ba-da-da-da-da. Hi. So Amberlynn has done 2 videos this week. As far as I know, I haven't been paying a whole lot of attention, and it doesn't look like anybody else is either. Her video from 2 days ago has 35,000 views, which isn't great for her channel. Would be great for my channel. Not, there's nothing wrong. 35K is not shabby, but it is when you used to get 150, right? Now, yeah, it's a lot of content, guys. It's a lot of nothing content. Let me see if I can't pull up this. So here's her channel. I've got this little plug-in from anybody. It's no big deal. Let's move this. I got this little plug-in that's free. Anybody can grab it. I don't pay for the premium. I have the free one. It's vidIQ. I think it's called vidIQ. So I'll show you stats on channels without having to go to Social Blade. So this is from March 7th to April 6th today, right? So in the last month, she's got 738,000 views, which is pretty high, but I think last month she had about 800. So I do believe her views are slowly dropping, assuming the stats from vidIQ are reasonably correct. Of course, just like every month, she's gone up 1,000 subscribers. It's amazing, given that she's uploading as rarely as she has, and her content, that she's going up 1,000 subscribers each and every month. I'm not going to say she's buying subs. Some people do that, though. She's done 8 videos in the last month. So her videos are, it's 11% compared to the last. So she's done less videos than the month before. Let's do it. Let's do what, Jack Frost? We ought to scream boring together. Oh, right. Hardly Dan. I really like vidIQ, and I like the channel too. I also like, if you're aspiring YouTubers or just like making videos, there's a channel called Film Booth that I love, that really gets into the business of being a YouTuber, how to make videos, what kind of editing, all kinds of stuff like that. Really into your analytics quite deeply, which I love. Not this week, but usually I spend a ridiculous amount of time looking at my analytics. Bob says, I saw a channel with 1.9 million subs and only 44 videos. I guess it's possible. I guess. I don't understand why you'd buy subs. I've been accused of buying one of those channels that accused me of buying subs. I'm like, are you kidding? I am, first of all, clearly you don't watch me. I'm way too fucking cheap to do that. There's no benefit to it. There's no benefit to it except making your sub count look higher. It doesn't translate into views, and views are what pay, so who cares what your sub count is? I would rather have 23,000 subscribers and 10,000 views a video than 230,000 subscribers and 30,000 views a video. That means my audience is way more engaged and interested in my content, right? SEO game, yeah, but it's not translating to clicks, so it doesn't matter. Has there been a payoff? She's added 100,000 subscribers in a year. Have her views gone up? No, they've gone plummeting down. Plummeting. Quite frankly, she should stop spending the money because she's not making very much money. Chantal did it because she wanted her YouTube plaque. Okay, you know what? Even that would make sense to me. If you were real close, I get that. I don't think I'd do it because it wouldn't feel like you earned that plaque, but that would make sense to me. But doing it for what? For nothing? The next plaque is 500,000. She's going to buy 270,000 subscribers? Come on. It's weird. Permink has 32 videos? Really? He only has 32 videos? Yeah, he left. Then he came back, and I thought he was going to come back, and then he kind of didn't come back, right? I know, I shouldn't. I feel like I'm too old to like Permink, but I really like his channel. I love his videos. His videos are great. Isn't it a 500,000? Is it 100,000 and then a million? I thought there was a 500,000 one. I could be wrong. You're probably right. Let's see if this one knows. How many subscribers do you need to get a plaque from YouTube as a content creator?
100,000 subscribers. On the website support.google.com, they say. To be eligible for a Creator Award, you need to meet the following guidelines: pass a specific subscriber milestone, silver, when you reach 100,000 subscribers, gold, when you reach 1 million subscribers.
You're right. There you go. And then Mr. Beast just got one that was like a 3-dimensional sculpture of his channel icon. Like, wow. I think there's been like 3 of them made. Subs are not expensive. Head of Lettuce asks, how much do subs cost? They're not that expensive. I remember looking one day and I thought, well, that's not really that much, is it? No wonder people do that. But it doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, Jamie, it is the views and not the subs. The subs are irrelevant. Irrelevant. So yeah, her sub count is irrelevant. But she goes up 1,000 a month. Now, that's also hard to tell because I missed a member chat from Danielle. I'm so sorry. Danielle, I'm so sorry. Thank you for 8 months. Danielle, if we were having a baby, the baby would almost be here now. Let's not even say we did. Amber likes a quick fix. She likes to brag. Yeah, completely. She doesn't like to do the hard work. It tracks, right, with everything else she does. So I'm not sure why she continues to do it, but I guess she's impressing herself. I don't know. But I don't understand. I really don't understand how she thinks what she's doing is sustainable. She does so few videos now. Like, what did it say? 11 this month? 11 this month. You know, and last, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, she's getting 52,000, 72,000. 72? Oh, that was when she... Never mind. We don't want to talk about that video. That was a fluke, that video. We don't want to talk about that video. Yeah, those 2 videos performed pretty well. Oh, she did 3. Well, only the first one performed really well. Gave her a little boost there. Hey, you go, girl. You got a better boost than I did, son of a gun. So she was averaging... It's so weird. 60, 70,000 views a month ago. Now she's averaging 30, 40, right? 50. It's dropping. It's definitely dropping. And I can't imagine, given what she's doing now, we're going to watch the 2 videos that she uploaded this week. I'm suspecting we might skip through quite a bit of them, especially the one today. Oh, so boring. Like, if Amberlin really wants to be just a lifestyle vlogger, then what she's doing now is absolutely going to work for her, because who's going to cover her? Nobody wants to cover her anymore. I don't even want to cover her. She's boring. Good morning, Mary. She's boring. Like, when I started covering her, I covered her because her narcissism was very interesting to me. It was very similar to the narcissistic abuse that I've dealt with my whole life. So I related with it. I could understand it. It was interesting. We don't even see that anymore because everything is performative. She's alone on the camera. She doesn't even talk to any other human beings. So that element is lost for me. I don't care about her weight. And as much as she likes to think I'm obsessed with her in her real life, I really don't give a shit. She's just content for me. I am not personally invested in Amberlyn Reid. So if she's going to be this boring, there's not much point in covering her anymore. I noticed that yesterday or 2 days ago, our old friend Kicking Geese made a video entitled, I'm not covering her, I'm finished with Amberlyn, something like that. Now, I'm not sure if she is or not, but she's publicly announced she is. And I'm finding it really interesting right now because my life is going through a bit of a transition right now where I don't have a lot of time to spend on my channel And it's okay, because all of this crap is going on. So if I have to take a little bit of a hit, this is what I believe is going to happen. I said this a month or two ago. She's going to end with not a bang but a whimper. There's not going to be some dramatic health issue. She's not going to die. She's just going to bore everybody into oblivion. The reaction channels will start covering other people and not her, and she'll settle into a 10 to 15,000 views a video. And that'll be the end. I feel like that's what's going on here, right? Kaza, she's going to fade away. That's kind of what I feel is going on here. Yeah, King Cobra we've done before. We could certainly do him again. How about next week we just don't even cover Amberlin? Like I said, I'm not a fool. I know I get money from Amberlin Reid videos. I'm not a fool. I have eyeballs. I can see my stats. I know that my TikTok lives get 1.5 thousand views. An Amberlin Reid live might get 8. Well, I got to pay the rent, right? So what? I'm not an idiot. So if there's any, if it's still going to pay, I'll do her, but I'm not interested in doing her. I'd rather cover other people. And I'm not just interested in covering people because they're heavy. I'm not just interested in going after the other heavy girls. Like I didn't like that video that Obese to Obese did about twinning and is she the next Amberlin Reid? Like his video went on to say, what's her name? Corky Mary Rose or whatever. His video was defending her and said she isn't, but like, don't even throw her name out there. She's not the same. There's a lot of similarities, absolutely, but the troublesome things that we pick at Amber for do not exist for that girl. She's not in the same league. Just because she's heavy and she looks similar and she says some similar thing, it's not the same. So, I'm more interested in weird, like I said, I'd love to get this channel to the point where we do stuff like other weird people, not all the time the same person. But I'm not a fool. I'm going to take a hit. I know it. But right now is actually the best time for me to take a hit. I have a little bit of support. If it takes 2 or 3 months, we'll ride it out, because you know what? I don't want to go anywhere. Well, I do. I want to go to Costa Rica and live there, but I would like to continue all of this. Just maybe from a hammock. Right? So, maybe it'll be like an addiction and we just kind of ease out of her and do her when, I can't, like I said, I'm going to show you today the video that she released today. And if you're going to tell me that's sustainable, Jan on the Lamb, thank you for reminding me. TNA2, I want to thank you guys, because I know there's some of you that are putting that damn channel on autoplay and letting it play to get views, and it's starting to work because I'm now 1,000 hours away. You have to have 3,000 hours and I think 1,000 subscribers. The subscribers we got a long time ago, it was the view hours. We need 3,000 view hours to get monetized on TNA2. We only need 1,000 now. You guys have been really getting me there, so I really appreciate that. I think this week I might actually do a new video on somebody and upload it to TNA2. And maybe I should do a live stream over there. I mean, it's not monetized, but maybe that'll get me the views, right? So I'd like to work on that. Now, that's that. So yeah. So that's the plan. The next couple of months might be transitional, and we might not have the views that we used to, which is kind of heartbreaking, but the views that count are still here. And then we kind of rebrand and we grow again, right? Hopefully by then I'll have Amazon stuff to be showing you. I'll have hopefully Costa Rica stuff. There's new stuff that's incoming while the old stuff is outgoing. And I firmly believe that this community and the Discord community are there despite Amberlin, not because of Amberlin. Like, the Amberverse is one of the quietest threads on the Discord right now. But the Discord isn't dead. So what does that tell us, right? Cameron Mamenga said had a good idea. I want a crime narcs, celebrity narcs. I also the true crime is very difficult on YouTube. It'll never get you monetized. You don't. It's very difficult. So I'm trying to slide them in now before I get monetized. Like right now on TNA2, there's all the horrible guys. Bernardo, did I do Bernardo? I think I did Bernardo, but I don't think it's up there yet. Luca Magnotta. Anyway, Rio's out. Look at the Rio cam. There is something wrong with the Rio cam. Let's take it away. I gotta fix the Rio cam. Hang on. I know. You're gonna leave and you're gonna come back.